From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Arrowhead. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Working with a 2nd and 4. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Dolphins new trash.
On first, now 2nd and 10.
Just kidding, emoji downcast face with sweat.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Jones on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on fourth down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Almost feel sorry for the kicker here because you know he wants to go out there and contribute, but they keep saying stay on the bench. I think it's just simply a matter of a head coach saying I believe more in my guys with the football than sending you out there to kick it.
Well, he wants to, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Four yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Lockett, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for KC.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Brian Burns. It'll go as There's a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. "56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 13 yards out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Open man is Jawan Jennings. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Now Jones, a final shot before break. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And Graham on the 17 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Jones now on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there for KC. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 21. 91 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run again with Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check.
Looking to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
Tyler Lockett, he's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyler Lockett, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
To try again after the sack. Lawrence, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
That's caught by Jennings.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Chiefs, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.